The International Committee of the Red Cross has begun the operation to take injured civilians out of the Syrian town of Qusayr. At least 10 people have been moved to a hospital in Lebanon's Bekaa Valley. Eventually, it hopes to bring 800 people to safety. Many of the patients are being evacuated through Arsal in Lebanon, and Al Jazeera's Mohamed Vall is there. Mohamed, I'm afraid we've just lost picture with you, but just tell us what it is that you're seeing and how this evacuation is playing out.
Yes, Jane, those 10 people you talked about have been transferred yesterday. Today, about 28 people have been transferred as well to the hospitals in Bekaa Valley. We've seen the convoy of the Red Cross carrying those wounded people. We are here in the town of Arsal on the border with Syria, and right on the road, the main access, the main road where those wounded come through from Syria, and we haven't seen any more people coming, but we understand that more will come tomorrow and the next few days. It's a very difficult operation. This is an area where airstrikes are now becoming frequent by the Syrian fighter jets, and it's even a risky operation. The International Red Cross is not allowed to go to the areas where those wounded are stuck inside Syria. So it is a task left for volunteers and a number of activists also who can go there, and they actually can't make any contact with the Syrian army there. Those wounded people have to try some way or another to make it to an area where they can be picked up by those volunteers and activists. So it is a very difficult operation. And we have met inside Arsal just a couple of hours ago with some civilians who just made it into Lebanon, and they told us that this number of 800 people is a joke, because there is a lot of people who are inaccessible. They are wounded and they are bleeding without any medical care in the fields around Qusayr.
Oh, what a desperate situation. Mohamed, tell us about the bigger picture there. I believe there's reports of a new battle brewing near Qusayr and Syrian tanks in Lebanon. What happened there?
Yeah, apparently the Syrian army and its allies of Hezbollah are trying to make to capitalize on the victory in Qusayr, and they are making a steady progress in the area, particularly around Qusayr. Overnight, they have captured another stronghold of the rebels called Buwayda. So they are actually making gains on the ground, and a serious development that took place over the night, according to observers here and many Lebanese, is that at least 4 tanks, the Syrian army tanks, have crossed into Lebanon in the area of Hermel in order to be able to make a loop into another area of Syria which they can't reach because of the existence of the rebels on the road. So actually the Lebanese territory has now been used also by the Syrian army to be able to access other areas, and Hezbollah is backing them and actually facilitating this passage of the tanks. One source of Hezbollah actually told us that this is the only way for them to be able to progress towards other areas and capture more territory from the rebels.
Mohamed Vall reporting there. Thanks, Mohamed.